Kia ora, welcome back to our series on Keys to the Cosmos, and in this session we're talking about hope. And I know as a practitioner this is the one thing that's most needed for a person who's not doing so well. And hope is like, the hope of future possibility, the hope of growth, the hope of renewal, the vision of something better coming. And certainly in this time that we're living in right now, we're in this very, very chaotic, crazy time in the collective world right now. So there's a lot of the old systems that are dying, that are falling over. Many of the structures of our world and the political systems of governments, the banking systems, the people management systems, they're all changing. There's so much move and change in the world today, so it creates a lot of instability. So people who are really affected by this collective kind of chaos and craziness, it's really useful to remind yourself that, at the end of a death phase, there's always rebirth. And that we're in a death phase, we need to just let go. So when stuff is changing in our life that's beyond our control, it's easy to feel hopeless. It's easy to feel that, this is just not great. It's too dark, we're in a tunnel, there's no end. And yet hope and the light at the end of the tunnel is always there. It's programmed into every cell of our being. It's programmed into the way of life in nature. And we see that in the spring season. Oftentimes you can look at a tree that's been, stripped bare by the winter snows or the winter cold, and then in the spring, boom, all of a sudden it comes to life. That life and that seed potential is just sitting there. It just was dormant for a while. So having hope in the future, having a vision for the future, having a goal for the future, having an idea of what the future might bring as a new possibility is really essential for us on our path of growth and evolution. And not having hope is probably one of the most dangerous things for a person in life. So when the feeling of hope goes and the feeling of hopelessness comes, that's a seedbed for depression. So a lot of people today in the world are depressed because they can't see a way through this time. Depression is often a sinking down into the mire of the mud and not being able to see that up there in the future is a new possibility. So hope is really essential on the path of evolution and growth, and to look for inspiration will help fuel our hope. So if you're feeling that, there's no hope for you, then look around for people that have overcome great obstacles, because there's always hope. Hope is programmed into the life, and we see it in the season of spring. Things look dead, but they come to life again in the spring. Same for us. It doesn't matter what's happened to us in our journey. There's always hope of renewal because we are living beings. And as part of that living life force, the possibility of renewal, new life, reprogramming, it's just sitting there waiting to happen. So looking for inspiration, keeping your inspiration high, making sure that you're stimulated by uplifting things really helps to build the quality of hope in your life. And hope and vision for newness go hand in hand. So always have a view of what's coming, and always look for the positive that's coming, because if you're looking for it, it will come looking for you.